Fox Sports.
We are the Fox. We are Sports Zone.
It's time for Atlanta Braves baseball, and tonight from Turner Field, we get our final regular season look at the San Francisco Giants. This evening, Game 4 of this 4-game series between the Braves and our friends from San Francisco. All year long, Braves baseball on Sports South, being presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, the right stuff, and the low price. Hi again, friends. Joe and Chip back at the ballpark. The Braves gave the Giants a finish last night, but San Francisco won the ball game by a final of 7-5. Still, though, a chance for Atlanta to win the series behind Mike Minor. Let's see if he can give San Francisco and the Braves a start.
He's had two good starts since he was called back up, and one the last one. And I think he's been more aggressive in the strike zone. This is his work against the Chicago Cubs. He went 5 2/3. And you see that his last 3 starts, that includes the start against Toronto before he went back down to Gwinnett. And he'll need to be on top of his game because Tim Lincecum is on fire. He got off to a slow start, but his last 7 starts, a 1.16 ERA. And there's going to be a bunch of left-handed batters in the lineup tonight. Lefties are not doing much against Lincecum. He's got an outstanding changeup.
And this is a very important game for both the Braves and the San Francisco Giants. Playoff implications on the line perhaps in Game 4, and we'll update the playoff picture in the National League after a quick break here from Atlanta. Uverse TV, by Delta Airlines, by Checkers, and by Acura. Another beautiful baseball night in Atlanta. Our final look at the San Francisco Giants during the regular season. And back upstairs here at Turner Field with Joe Simpson, Chip Carey. Part of the game's dwindling down to a precious few. 38 regular season games left for the Braves. And here's how the playoff picture stacks up in the National League.
Yeah, the intensity's going to pick up, that's for sure, Chip. And with the Diamondbacks and Giants out west separated by only 2.5 games, that means the Braves have got to keep their eyes on a couple of teams out west, as well as the St. Louis Cardinals in terms of the wild card. Comfortable right now with a 5-game lead, but you can't rest on that.
But here's how the schedules break down, starting with the Braves, even split home and road, and 13 of their final 38 against winning teams.
And still a bunch of games left within the division, so that's always tough. For the Diamondbacks, they have just about an even split. They've also got games coming up here in Atlanta and on the road at San Francisco. But for the Giants, it's a different story. More home games, and check it out. 31 of their final 38 games are against sub-500 teams, and that includes 7 of their next 9 against Houston once they leave here.
And they are hoping for a big Braves series against the Diamondbacks. That's the club that follows the Giants to Turner Field after tonight's final game of the series. It's a great night for baseball. Nice crowd gathering. Mike Minor for Atlanta. Tim Lincecum is pitching for the San Francisco Giants. We'll get you started right after this. By Honda, by the Home Depot, by the Georgia Lottery, by AT&T, and by KFC. Plenty of Giants fans mingling in with the Braves tonight here at the TED. Final game of regular season play between San Francisco and Atlanta. The Giants come in 10 games over 500, and their Suzuki starting lineup shapes up with Cody Ross leading things off. Keep an eye on the Kung Fu Panda Pablo Sandoval. And our first look at Aaron Rowand in a while in center field. He'll bat in the number 7 spot tonight.
And Mike Minor's on the mound for his 9th start of the year. He's 2-2, a 4.84 ERA, 23 years old, 6'4", 205, out of Chapel Hill, Tennessee. He's never pitched against the Giants before, so this will be their first look at him. And his 4 keys to pitching success along the lines of the way he's been pitching, but he has only gone 5 2/3 in each of his last 2 starts. So how about 6 or bust? Let's go 6 innings at least and give the bullpen a little bit of rest tonight, and then shorter counts. Now that doesn't mean that he's been walking a bunch of guys in these 2 starts since he came back. He's only walked 3 guys against 11 strikeouts. So if you're not walking many guys, why the need to go to so many deep counts and run your pitch count up? Get some early outs tonight and some quicker innings.
Here's how the Braves line up defensively behind Mike tonight. And Jason Hayward gets a start in right field. Michael Bourne in center. Martin Prado in left. Alex Gonzalez back after a night off last night. He'll be the shortstop. And Brian McCann, of course, works behind the plate. Giants still a club that struggles to score runs, averaging less than 3.5 runs per game. A big outburst for them last night. They scored 7 times and beat Jair Jurgens, who made his first start off the disabled list with a sore knee. And Matt Cain was absolutely terrific, at one point retiring 18 straight Braves hitters for the first win head-to-head this season for San Francisco against the Braves. On an 89-degree night, Cody Ross finds himself ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Ross has 1 hit in the series, as you saw. That was that long home run 2 nights ago.
Mike's last start against the Cubs was a winning effort. Had a bunch of runs to work with. Won the game 10-4. But again, 5 2/3. He gave up 9 hits, only 1 walk, and only 3 runs in those 5 2/3.
Well hit toward left. And that is over the head of Martin Prado. And Cody Ross chugs into second with a leadoff double.
Oddly enough, that's only his 2nd hit of the series. The other one was that long home run that he hit the other night off Randall Delgado. But he has hit some other rockets in this series. And I think it's safe to say the Braves have learned that he can hit a fastball. And he can turn on anybody's fastball.
Here's Orlando Cabrera, moved up to the 2nd spot in the batting order for the Giants. And Cabrera is starting at second base tonight.
Runner at second. On August 18th, I think we should have had this figured out already.
In the dirt, says Paul Nauert, the home plate umpire tonight. 1 ball, no strikes.
Oddly, when you look at Mike's average against him, which is high and even 300 in his major league starts, it's the lefties that are giving him the most trouble. A 440 mark. Right-handers 277, which is certainly no slouch there. But his changeup is so much more effective against the right-handers than the lefties. And it was. Those are his career splits.
First chance tonight for the Giants with a man in scoring position. An area where they have struggled since the opening bell. The Giants, with a .220 team average this year with runners in scoring position, were 5 for 12 in last night's Game 3 alone. Before that, they were 0 for 3 for the series.
5 hits last night. They'd gone 8 for their last 71 before that. And 1 big inning did it for them. 4-run 4th inning, 5 straight guys reached.
An even count for Cabrera. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Don't want to give that man too much of an early cushion. That's Tim Lincecum.
Not the way he's pitching right now.
Cabrera just missed.
He was kind of funny. I don't know if he was stumbling out of the box or if he thought it was going to go foul and then thought, no, it might go fair. I better run. Stopped and then I better watch and see.
Cabrera called out on strikes. And either mad at the call or mad at himself. We'll see.
Came in on him. Good sinking action. Fox Track says Paul Nowert was all over it.
So no advance by Ross. Now Pablo Sandoval bats. 14 homers, 46 knocked in for the Giants' third baseman.
He squared up some baseballs last night, had 2 doubles and a sacrifice fly. He was also robbed of extra bases on a great running catch by Michael Bourne.
That ball darted away from Sandoval. Back-to-back strikeouts. Ross at second, but now there are 2 outs. But here's a lefty.
And that's going to prompt a strategy discussion here with first base open, trying to make sure they don't make a mistake to Huff. He is a notorious first ball hitter too. Like we talked about with Aramis Ramirez with the Cubs, first pitch fastball guy. So we're starting with a breaking ball and a beauty.
Chipper at third. Minor pitches around a leadoff double. Giants 0 for 3 tonight with a runner in scoring position. And Tim Lincecum faces the Braves in a scoreless first. Can't bring him home. That's good news for Mike Minor and hopefully for the Braves, whose Suzuki starting lineup shapes up this way for Freddie Gonzalez tonight. Alex Gonzalez back in the lineup at shortstop. Jason Hayward gets the start in right field. 1 through 6, the same we've seen for the last couple of games for Atlanta.
Tim Lincecum's now 27 years old, 5'11", all of about 160 pounds, out of Bellevue, Washington. A #1 pick in 2006 out of University of Washington. Got off to a rough start. A lot of command problems. Walked a lot of guys. But his last 7 starts have been more Tim Lincecum-like. He's only lost 2 games in that 7-start stretch because he gets no runs to work with. And his 4 keys to success tonight, the change-up to all these lefties. He's got to have a good one tonight, and he usually does. And his command will be a factor as he walked 6 in his last start against Atlanta.
First pitch to Michael Bourne is a strike, and Lincecum, like Matt Cain, starting the game out of the stretch.
He warmed up out of the stretch. I thought he was just getting loose that way. So this is something new, and maybe part of what has helped get his season turned around is going to the stretch instead of working out of the windup.
He's quickly ahead of Bourne, 0-2.
He's built a little bit like Pedro Martinez. Slightly built, not very tall, but just has a rocket for an arm. Fastball in the 93 to 94 range.
Slow roller out to Tejada. And 1 out.
He's got a good cutter, which looked like that might have been a cutter in on Bourne's hands there. And he can throw a 2-seamer and run it away from you, or in on a right-handed hitter.
But it's ironic that Lincecum wears number 55, for that really does sort of sum up the way he's pitched against the Braves in 10 starts, or at least his last 10. First 5, Tim had very good luck. The last 5, the Braves have knocked him around quite a bit. Ryan McCann's the Delta Airlines on-deck batter. He's batting behind Martin Prado, who's down strike 1.
Lincecum's last start, he beat the Marlins 3-0 down in Florida at the beginning of this road trip. He went 7 innings, a 2-hit shutout ball. He walked 3, but struck out 10 in 7 innings. It's a little bit like Cain's outing last night. 8 innings, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts.
Two balls, 2 strikes. It is always amazing when you see a pitcher with the physique that Lincecum has. You can only help but watch in amazement at how much velocity he can generate with his very unorthodox pitching style. Line toward left. And Ross, with a terrific jump, tracks it down.
He's driving Martin Prado crazy. First in center field and now in left. Last night he couldn't track down Martin's double to deep center, but he's hit some other balls in this series that Ross has flagged down while he was playing center.
So that ball was hard hit, but no reward, and 2 outs for McCann. That one at 94. Lincecum has his first strikeout of the ball game. 3 up, 3 down for Atlanta in the bottom of a scoreless first. Inning number 2. Miguel Tejada will start things off for the Giants, but first our Geico quote of the game.
From Chipper about these young pitchers, it makes me want to play another 5 years. It's really looking good. It's the kind of team I want to manage one day. Which might give you some insight into what Chipper's thinking about doing when he gets finished playing.
Tejada, a .242 average. Just broke his bat. Support the Braves by getting tickets for this weekend. The Arizona Diamondbacks are coming to town. And good seats available all weekend long. Get them at Braves.com or by phone 800-745-3000. Braves are Diamondback fans tonight. Arizona's in Philadelphia. They're wrapping up a series tonight. And we'll tip it off at 7:35 here tomorrow night. The first pitch. A late strike call.
Good to see him working both sides of the plate with the fastball too. You have a lot of success if you live out there.
You mentioned in the pregame show, Mike's been throwing his fastball very effectively the last 2 or 3 times he's taken the ball. Much like Brandon Beachy. Got a good one. Might as well use it.
You've got to establish the fact that you have a good fastball, will pitch inside, and that you can throw it for strikes to make everything else work accordingly. Tom Glavine has talked about Mike Minor's mechanics being very solid, very simple, and very repeatable.
Shearholtz lines one to left. Second San Francisco hit.
And another lefty with a hard hit ball. Brian McCann spoke to us on the last road trip about what Mike Minor needs to become successful, and he said that he could be a top of the rotation type guy if he'll improve his slider, throw it for strikes, be able to locate it better, and he definitely needs that pitch for left-handed batters. It's something for them to chase away.
A strike to Aaron Rowand. Aaron will turn 34 on August 29th. He's got another year on his contract with the Giants.
We just learned about Rowan and his oblique problem at the beginning of the series, why he hadn't been playing. I think it was news to the Giants too.
Ball in the dirt, and it pops away far enough to allow Shearholtz to take second. And that'll be a wild pitch.
Well, Brian blocked that one perfectly, took it off the chest protector, but that thing just jumped off his chest protector and sprang quite a ways away from him.
Well, Rowan's injury fits right along with about half their team. The Giants came to town a real beat-up bunch. Know about Buster Posey, Carlos Beltran, Sergio Romo, Torres. Sandoval was hurting. Shearholtz was hurting. Brian Wilson's hurting.
Wonder how Eli Whiteside's doing today. He tried to plow up the ground out there by second last night with his nose.
Well, he's not in the lineup, so he may not be doing so well.
Had to come out of the game last night after getting a little dizzy. He hit the ground hard with his face on a head-first slide.
What'd you say he was trying to plant out there?
Some corn. He had a corn row going out there. There he is. Got a racing stripe. Nose, lip, chin. If you missed it, it's worth another look at the slide because it hurts. Did you see that? No, but you will hear. Boom.
Oh. So will you be offended if I say, for all you little leaguers out there, don't do that?
Another reason not to slide head first. Right there.
Mm. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Rowan. Third strikeout.
Change up, his circle change, and a Butte.
Now the Braves will walk Chris Stewart, the catcher. He's the 8th place hitter. And go after pitcher Tim Lincecum, who's only 4 for 44 as a hitter. Bruce Bochy wondering who, if anyone, on his club will hit consistently with runners in scoring position. The Giants already 0 for 4 tonight. And now it's up to Lincecum to keep the frame alive with runners first and second and 2 down.
And I don't care that he's 4 for 44. The way opposing pitchers have been hurting the Braves in situations like this, especially guys that have horrible numbers, don't take him lightly. For 2 years, he won the Cy Young Award back-to-back. 08 and 09, Lincecum won a combined 33 and 12 with a 2.50 ERA.
And at first blush, you look at his 11 and 9 record and say, well, he's not having a very good year. That's really not true. They just don't score for him like the rest of his starting pitching mates.
We said that about Madison Bumgarner in the first game, that he had 8 starts where they got no runs for him. Lincecum's had 9 of those starts. 9 times he's been out there and received no runs.
9 of his first 25. Yet he's won 11. Here's another one of those deep counts you were worried about at the start of the game. Minor up to 45 pitches, and he's gone 3-2 to Tim Lincecum.
It's taken him 4 and 5 pitches to get an out. And you definitely don't want to lose this guy and have to pitch to Cody Ross.
Runners were going. Lincecum stays alive.
Six pitches already for 5 outs, so it's even more than that. 4 of the 9 at bats so far have been 6 pitches or more. Now 4 of 9 have been 7 pitches or more.
Inside corner, retires the side. 4 strikeouts for Mike Minor. The Giants have left 3 on base in a scoreless game in the second. strikeouts tonight, but there is still no score. In the middle of the Braves order is coming up against Tim Lincecum. And while we have a moment, time for our AT&T Universe TV trivia question. Since Lincecum's debut in May of 2007, he's one of two in baseball with 1,000 or more strikeouts. Can you name the other man to do that?
Verlander, Sabathia come to mind right away. Naturally, Roy Halladay does too.
Once again, with an awful lot of conviction.
Yeah, I left that open-ended so that I could just keep going.
Nothing wrong with that. Here's Dan Uggla to start things off. Dan's looking for his first ever hit against Lincecum.
Yeah, the numbers aren't all that good. 0 for 8 with 4 strikeouts. That was the old Dan. He had a good cut at that pitch. Lincecum went to the stretch even with no runners on base 2 starts ago. And the reason for it was his mechanics had gotten sideways on him, and you know that he's got a lot of moving parts in his windup. So he tried to shorten everything up in terms of wasted motion because he had walked 18 guys over a 5-start stretch. So in order to try to reel everything in, get a little better command, he went to the stretch the last 2 starts, and they've been very good starts. $15 strikeouts and only 1 run allowed in his last 2 starts over 14 2/3 innings. Which is kind of a shame because I really like watching his windup. I don't have to hit off of him, so I can enjoy the unusual way that he throws a baseball in terms of his mechanics.
And after 2 quick strikes, now it's a full count for Dan Uggla. And he lost him. There's a start. 1 on, none out for Freddie Freeman. SEC fans, SEC Gridiron Live returns with Christina Acra, Tim Couch, Randy Cross, and Kevin Carter. It's live and interactive, and it premieres Wednesday, August 31st, only on Fox Sports South.
That's a good show. And if anything SEC, they got it covered.
Couple of weeks away from college football getting cranked up. One of the best times of year. Football starts. Baseball's pennant races really heat up. Both the Braves and Giants are in one in the National League again this year.
And again, it was the bases on balls for Lincecum against Atlanta back in April that really hurt him. Pitched into the 7th inning, but 6 walks and 6 hits led to 5 runs. And he got beat 5-2.
He's all over the place right now.
That's 7 in a row that have missed.
Now 3-1. 64 strikeouts in 165 innings for Lincecum. His career high is 84. Fly foul.
We talked about this, Chip, in the Braves Live segment we were in with regard to the Braves' numbers against Cy Young Award winners this year. Pretty impressive. 7-2 against some aces. 1-0 against Lincecum, as we have said. 3-0 against Cliff Lee. 4-1 combined against those guys in Philadelphia. Stepping up.
And a full count now with nobody out. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Strike him out, throw him out. Nice comeback for Lincecum. After throwing 7 straight balls, he gets Freeman to swing and miss.
Slider, too, or maybe a cutter in a great spot. And for Stewart, that's his second good throw in this series. Remember, he got Michael Bourne earlier in game 2.
Now Chipper hits with the bases empty. And he has a healthy cut. Strike 1.
Saw Brian Wilson in that picture with Mark DeRosa. He had his elbow checked out yesterday, and we are told he's unavailable again tonight.
Sharply hit to short. And Lincecum works around a leadoff walk. A strike him out, throw him out, double play, and a ground ball sends this game to the top of the third. A low price, no score. And the top of the Giants order coming up in the third inning tonight.
Come on!
48 pitches for Minor through the first 2 innings. He could use an easy frame here, starting with Ross. But he won't have one. Ross is 2 for 2.
And another fastball.
And time now for our Academy Sports and Outdoors leaderboard. Braves have seen a lot of first-year players take the ball in a starting assignment.
And teams you would expect to see on there, especially the Mariners and Astros, would use a lot of young guys trying to find out who can and cannot pitch. But a little surprising in terms of the Braves and Tampa Bay Rays. But with the depth of young pitching talent in the Braves minor league system, not really surprising to see those guys add up that total.
Tonight it's Mike Minor's 9th start for the Braves. 2 nights ago, Randall Delgado was dazzling. A no-hit bid through 6. So the present and the future very bright for the Braves as far as pitching concerned. As Cabrera now a 2-1 count. In the air to left. Cabrera's 0 for 2. And here's Sandoval.
This guy was a converted catcher. He likes playing third base. Had to play first base in game 2 after he had fouled a ball off his foot batting left-handed in game 1 and had to come out of the game.
Freddie might have a play. And right at the railing, it hit off the heel of the glove or perhaps the wrist.
Looked like he bumped into somebody over there. I don't know if that threw him off or not. Those long arms, he can reach way into the dugout, but those guys are keeping an eye on the baseball. No, he didn't bump into Tim Hudson. He just missed it and kept Huddy from getting hit in the head.
So a couple of swings on the house for Sandoval, and that's never a good thing. He's one of their best hitters. Two.
And I know Sandoval doesn't look like a great baseball athlete, but this guy can hit. Boy, can he hit from either side.
Lifetime .305 hitter. Giants media guide says Sandoval in 2009 had one of the best years ever for a Giants hitter. Since 2005, only 9 players have had a .330 or higher average, 40 or more doubles, 25 or more homers, and 90 or more RBIs. Josh Hamilton, Pujols, Holiday, Chipper Jones did it in 2007. Derek Lee. Some big-time hitters, and Sandoval's part of that crowd. Snap throw to first. Ross broke, and the rocket arm of Freeman takes care of that.
Bouncing off when the ball went in the dirt. He thought the ball might bounce away farther away from Brian McCann. It didn't. So that'll go 2-3-4.
That helps. Now Minor to the windup with a 1-2 count. And another pop-up. Freeman over near the tarp. Diving, tried, he caught it!
That was harder than the one before.
Wow, what a play!
Our Toyota play of the game as he caught this one in between the hands of a lot of fans. Nicely done.
First pitch swing for Jason Hayward. And he lines out to right. I love the reaction of fans when there's a foul ball like that. You saw that fan so excited about maybe catching the ball, saw how hot it was coming in, got the hands out of the way, and then was going crazy after Freddie made the play.
Well, and of course, after he missed it, he pulled his hands in like, oh, I wasn't getting in the way.
Right.
I want to make sure Freddie caught it.
I would have had it, but I knew that would have helped the Braves.
We needed an out there.
Yes. One ball, one strike to shortstop Alex Gonzalez. No score. Lincecum versus Minor. Braves looking for their first base hit. Aaron Rowand in center. And here's Minor.
Lincecum pitched game 1 of the division series last year, and it was, arguably one of the best postseason starts in history. Wasn't a no-hitter like game 1 in Philadelphia when Halladay threw a no-hitter, but it was a complete game effort against the Braves. A 2-hit shutout, 1 walk, 14 strikeouts. Not too bad.
Another pop fly, this one into shallow right. And Shearholtz is there to make the catch. Lincecum has an easy inning, 3 outs on 6 pitches. Sports and Outdoors, by McDonald's, by Ford, and by Chase. We're scoreless as we head to the 4th inning tonight. While you're watching our game, head over to our website at foxsportssouth.com. Click on Game Connect. It's the best way to follow along with our broadcast. Streaming stats for you to track live. It has current pitcher and batters matched up head-to-head. Connect it all up to your social media. Check out Game Connect at foxsportssouth.com. Mike Minor back to work. He has allowed 3 Giants hits, but no one has scored yet. And Aubrey Huff will get it started in the 4th. Giants hoping that 2011 will be a repeat of 2010. Right about this time last year, they were 6.5 games off the Western Division lead, caught fire, got healthy, made some trades, made some waiver claims, and rode that obviously to the World Series championship. As Joe mentioned, they are entering a softer portion of their schedule after tonight's game. 7 of their next 9 games will be played against the Houston Astros, who are 40-84 right now.
I heard somewhere the other day that the Astros were on a pace to lose about 110 to 115 games. That's rough. Jordan Schaefer still has not played for them.
Mile high pop up. No fans in the way for Freddie this time. What was the Mets record their first year? I mean, could the Astros threaten that?
It's like 120 losses, wasn't it?
Something that sounds right. I can't remember off the top. I know it was horrific.
It's like 42 and 120. Something close to that.
Yeah, Houston's playing .333 baseball. Yikes. Here's Tejada.
140 and 120. So there were 2 games
rained out, or
that they decided maybe we just shouldn't even play these.
Two quick strikes to Tejada.
Braves have had good luck here at Turner Field against the Giants since the inception of Turner Field. The Giants are just 19 and 38 here with 1 tie. That tie wasn't that long ago in a game that was suspended by rain.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
It was on a getaway day, and I think the Giants had to go to Florida and then home and didn't have a chance to come back. They were going to have to. Baseball was going to make them come back here after the season and play that 1 game if it meant something. Giants said, no, we're good. It's all right with us. Good slider.
5 strikeouts for Minor.
Broke that one down and in. Right over the top of it.
Nate Shearholtz lined a single to left. Down a quick strike.
Both sides with the fastball. That's good to see. Brian's moving him around. He's left a couple in the middle of the zone, but by and large, working the fastball to both sides and then the changeup.
Now it's 2-2.
This fastball has been around 92 or 93 on most efforts.
Paul Howard said ball, also shook his head.
It's Freddie off the bench. Bruce Bochy had his hat off earlier. That looked pretty good.
And again, the ripple effect. Pitch after pitch after pitch. 30 in the second, 75 for the game. But he records his 6th strikeout, gets the Giants in order in the 4th. Still no score.
A little bit off the tower there, but a good pitch.
Tim Lincecum's made a few of those, hasn't he? And the AT&T Uverse TV trivia question: one of two pitchers in baseball with 1,000 or more strikeouts since May of 2007. Who's the other?
I'm going to go with Verlander.
I'm with you. I'll stick with you. Verlander.
Bingo.
Woohoo. Verlander and his Tigers 2 games up in the AL Central. And a columnist in Detroit said, hey, yeah, you got to consider Verlander for the Cy Young. As Bourne has the game's first hit for Atlanta. The columnist said, how about Verlander for the MVP in the American League?
No. Pitchers have an award. Give it to them. Good start to the inning, though. Fast man aboard. Might see the Braves play for 1 run here. Might see Prado try to bunt him over.
How many times have the Giants scored? None for Lincecum?
9 times.
So 1 might be enough.
I think Ron Gant was talking tonight. What he was watching for was for the Braves to score 2 runs. It might be enough to beat him since they have trouble scoring.
Strike 1 for Martin. Michael with 45 stolen bases. Maybe he can pick on one of those changeups and get an extra step.
Well, he certainly relies on that quick first step. We haven't, at least so far, seen him really get big leads. And it's almost like he's trying not to draw attention to himself.
Fly ball to center. Runner at first and 1 out. Sign up today for the 2012 Braves Fantasy Camp. Enjoy a week of baseball at Disney's Wide World of Sports with Braves legends Steve Avery, Javi Lopez, Sid Bream, Otis Nixon, Marquise Grissom, Pete Smith, Greg Olson, and others. Register today at Braves.com/fantasycamp. Saw a lot of fastballs in his first at bat. Let's see what Lincecum has in mind the second go round here in the 4th. Liner down the right field line. Look at Bourne fly around second. On his way to third. Shearholtz picks it up quickly. Bourne around third, stops. It's a double for McCann.
Great swing. Change up. Looked like Brian was sitting on it. He got one in the middle of the plate. Now here's a case where with Lincecum, you really want that run. You want that first run especially, and you'd love to send him, but a good call by Brian Snitker. Had to fight that off, that urge to send him, because he would have been a dead duck, and wisely held him. So on Dan Uggla bobblehead night, he's got a chance to put the Braves on top.
Second and third, 1 out. Uggla walked his first time up. Lincecum asks for time. He'll adjust the right shoelaces.
Infield back. Anywhere other than the pitcher, you get a run. Back-to-back fastballs and 2 of the best of the night. That last one at 94.
And a big strikeout for Lincecum. No contact from Uggla. Now runners second and third and 2 outs, and this is where Tim gets even tougher.
234 average with the bases empty. And then he's at his best when he's got to get out of jams, and just a 104 average with 2 out runners in scoring position. What a huge strikeout that was there on Uggla.
Ground ball right side, but it comes a batter too late for Atlanta. And the Braves strand a pair in the 4th inning. Lincecum pitches out of a big mess and keeps this game scoreless. Four innings. Giants come up in the 5th. And Braves Baseball on Sports South is brought to you by Miller High Life. This summer, find out how giving back bottle caps can give returning vets a piece of the high life. Go to MillerHighLife.com for details. Aaron Rowan, the batter, struck out his first time. Rowan started his big league career with the White Sox. Got his first taste of the major leagues in 2001. Went to the Phillies at the start of the 06 season. Played 2 years there. And as we mentioned earlier, in year 4 of a 5-year deal with San Francisco. In his younger days, Rowan was one of the better defensive center fielders in Major League Baseball. A couple of real bad injuries, though, have taken a little of the starch away as he lines out to second to start the 5th inning.
Yeah, and he doesn't look like the prototypical long-legged ground covering center fielder, but he was always a good one.
Back in 2006, remember, he smashed into the wall and fractured some bones in his face. And in August of that year, ran into Chase Utley and broke an ankle. Here's Chris Stewart, the Giants catcher. Braves pitched around him with runners aboard. Got Tim Lincecum to strike out to end a Giants threat in the second and the inning. Stewart down on 3 pitches, and Minor has his 7th strikeout of this game.
Change up, and may have got the call on that one, although it's not where he catches it. That was just a beautiful change up. Figuring he would hack away at it, too close to take.
Base is clear for Lincecum. I know our pal Tom Glavine absolutely loves it when the left-handed pitcher throws a changeup and the hitter can do nothing but argue with the called 3rd strike.
Tommy would call it very athletic.
0-2.
Seven in a row set down by Mike.
And make it 8 in a row. His 8th strikeout. Halfway through this pitcher's duel, Minor and Lincecum, and no one has scored. By Geico, by Georgia Power, and by Toyota. Joe and Chip back with you in Atlanta. The duel continues to the bottom of the 5th now. Chipper Jones, Jason Hayward, Alex Gonzalez coming up against Giants right-hander Tim Lincecum. A lot of pitches for Mike Minor, but he's struck out 8 men so far tonight. Lincecum continues to work out of the stretch as he's done all night. Chipper told me before the game yesterday he's starting to feel dangerous as a hitter from the left side of the plate.
Seen 3 different pitches this at bat. Fastball may have been a cutter to the inside corner, then a slider, then a changeup. And another changeup. He has so much motion and so much coming at you, even out of that stretch, that you buy into the motion, and then the changeup arrives a few seconds later, and you just can't stay back.
Belted. He's dangerous, folks. 1-0.
.447. He may have set him up on that first one when he kind of jackknifed out of the way, because he got another one right here. But it was up. Fastball up. Bang. He didn't locate that one like he wanted to.
So there's the first run. It's in Atlanta's column. And nobody out for Jason Hayward. He lined out his first time up.
The Giants as a staff have given up fewer home runs than anybody in baseball.
That's the 10th allowed by Lincecum, and only the 75th.
In 125 games for the Giants.
2-2.
By comparison, Braves have allowed 93. Josh Johnson has allowed fewer since 2008 on a 9-inning basis.
So Chipper Jones home run. The first run Lincecum has allowed in his last 19+ innings on the road. And it gives the Braves a 1-0 lead.
Good swing there. Good short, quick swing.
That ball hit hard to right. That'll get down in front of Scherholz. And back-to-back hits for the Braves in the 5th.
Good at bat for Jason. Fought off some tough pitches until he got one he could handle, like a cutter. And he roped it to right. He might have tried for 2 against just about anybody, but again, Nate Scherholz has a really good arm in right field.
We said it last night. Maybe Hayward's hit to left is a sign that he's about to go on a little bit of a hot streak.
Yeah, against a left-handed pitcher, too. He's got a big lead. course, for Alex.
No balls and a strike.
Typically on this cutout, if you can get somewhere out there with that cutout, anywhere by that, you've got a good lead, and Jason's right foot is beyond it.
What is that, 9-10 feet?
Maybe not quite that far, and you would.
Close play at first.
You're taught a good lead should be the length of your body plus one step, so that you can take one crossover step, dive, and get back. So for Jason at 6'5",
11 feet.
It might, yeah. It might be 9 or 10.
Braves getting much better swings at Lincecum in this 5th inning. Chipper started it with a long homer to right. Hayward with a hard hit single to right. Now Alex a 1-2 count, fouling off several Lincecum pitches.
He's a little frustrated with himself. Command not what he wants it to be. And again, went to this stretch even with no runners on base 2 starts ago because his mechanics were off.
There's a good pitch. Lincecum's 4th strikeout. And a runner at first for Mike Minor.
Braves pitchers have been out early for batting practice. Almost this whole homestand before regular batting practice starts. And it's not off a soft tossing batting practice pitcher. It is off the pitching machine, which is whistling the pitches in there pretty hard.
Ouch.
Got to get the bat out in front, and he didn't. Chris Stewart wishes he had. When I say out front, that means out in front of the plate. The bat's back behind the front edge of the plate. Sometimes even when you make contact and put a bunt down because you're in foul territory trying to bunt, it's going to stay in foul territory.
One and two. Lincecum trying to thread the needle. Couldn't get the call. 2-2 now. And Minor will strike out.
sorry that that demonstration proved my point, but you can see that the barrel of the bat was lined up behind the front edge of home plate. And because that angle was then even more drastically pointed to foul territory, there's no place for that ball to go but foul.
So a big lift for Lincecum. Hayward at first, 2 outs. Michael Bourne the batter. Michael picked up the first Braves hit back in the 4th. Atlanta has 4 in total tonight. Two and 0.
It's a hitter's count, but this might be a good pitch to run on. Lincecum doesn't give in too often, and 2-0, he might still throw a changeup.
He did, but no movement from first.
Michael's offering, I would say, offering Hayward an opportunity to run, and that pitch may have been off the plate a little too for him.
To second, and Cabrera makes the play to retire the side. But the Braves have finally dented the run column. Chipper Jones, his 11th of the year, gives the Braves a 1-0 lead heading to the 6th. The 6th inning, Mike Minor goes after the top of the Giants order. Bring your kids to the ballpark this Sunday. Brian McCann Kids Replica Jersey Day. The first 10,000 kids get the jersey, presented by Coca-Cola. Great tickets available online or by phone at 800-745-3000.
Big inning for Mike Minor, too. And he's on a roll. He's retired 8 in a row, but 3 times out of his first 8 starts, he's gone 5 2/3 innings. Braves have won all 3 of those starts, and he's 1-0 in them. But he gets, in his last 2 especially, Pitched strong up into the sixth and can't finish the sixth. And that was one of his keys tonight.
Yeah, there was shorter counts. Mike hasn't had a lot of those, but he has 8 strikeouts in tonight's game.
So much better, though, since the second inning.
4 pitches, retires Ross. That's 9 minor strikeouts.
And 3 in a row. Good life still on the fastball, and you get one by Cody Ross, you've done something.
12 is Mike's career high. That came against the Cubs. That was last August 22nd, almost a year to the day. Here's Cabrera. Off the bare hand. Ugla, all or nothing play. Fields, but can't make a play to first. Let's check Minor. Infield hit for Cabrera.
May have cost him an out. Ugla or Alex, either one looked like they were in a position to get to that.
Dangerous hitter now, Sandoval.
His highest pitch count in the big leagues this year is 99. He's at 92 right now, and the Braves have Arodys Vizcaíno up. And as we've said before, this guy was moved to the bullpen in the minor leagues prior to his call-up to get him ready for this spot. You got O'Flaherty, you got Venners, and you got Kimbrel, who have done such a brilliant job all year long. The big three. But the 6th inning has been an issue for the pitchers who can't get through the 6th. Starters, I should say, that can't get through the 6th.
1 ball, 1 strike. That got a piece of Brian McCann.
Sounded like it got about 3 pieces of Brian McCann. I'm not sure where it got him first. Mask. Glove and then the mask. It rocked him pretty good. Last night this guy got fooled on might have been a changeup or a breaking ball, and was way out on his front foot. Caught him lunging for the ball and still rocked one off the base of the wall. He likes to swing.
Switch hitter with a lifetime 300+ batting average. Pablo Sandoval now a 2-2 count. Might be 2. It will be 2. And Minor gets through the 6th inning. He's got a 1-0 lead. Braves look to add to it when we return.
Coors Light freeze cam and the cold train. And what a catch here by Freddie Freeman, reaching into the crowd. Get out of the way. I got it. And Freddie did. Nice play. That was the Coors Light freeze cam, brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, on a tremendous play to end the third inning.
So the Braves up a run with 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up against Lincecum. Martin has lined to left. He has flied softly to center. A Chipper Jones homer, the only run of this game. And now a pop-up right side for Huff. Battles the lights a bit, and in front of the tarp makes the play for the first out. Brian McCann's 1 for 2.
Tim Lincecum's an outstanding pitcher. We all know that. He's got great stuff, great competitor. Wears his hair long. Hey, good for him if that's the way he likes to wear it. If that's okay with his team. I'm just curious. He pitches in San Francisco, where the weather is very mild, of course, in the summer. I wonder if he'd wear it that long if he pitched all summer in the Southeast. Might be a little toasty on the back of his neck,
I would think. 89 degrees at first pitch tonight. And almost no breeze to speak of, other than all the strikeouts recorded by Mike Minor tonight.
It appears that we'll see O'Flaherty in the 7th. Looked like Minor was getting some handshakes.
Well, he followed the script tonight.
Yes, he did. One of his keys was to get through the 6th, and he did. Braves have made Lincecum work some tonight, too. He's up to 83 pitches. He's only walked 1. Nobody in their pen. Wow, what a pitch. That changeup is something else. Again, all that motion, and then a change from 93 to 83. Great location.
That's tip your capper, isn't it?
That's a hang with him.
Yeah. Dan Uggla has walked and struck out tonight.
Dan owes him a little something after striking out with the runners at 2nd and 3rd and 1 out in the 4th. Look it up. I think he was the 12th pick in the draft the year he went #1 to the Giants, largely because teams thought he was too small, too frail. 10th pick. Thanks, Chip. First 9 teams passed on him.
One of them was the team in his hometown. I think the Mariners passed on him that year.
Just a little too frail, would break down because of his unorthodox mechanics. There's something Greg Maddux about him, you know, with his size and the fact that he does what he does with a 5'11", 160 frame.
The stories are already legendary for Lincecum. His father taught him his delivery, the incredible distance of his stride, how he generates his velocity. He's never iced his arm as a major league pitcher. I mean, they call him the freak for good reason. This is an incredibly gifted professional athlete. And he just struck out Ugla looking for his 7th strikeout of the game. Lincecum's pitching well, but not as well as Mike Minor, who leads 1-0 heading to the 7th. Lincecum has pitched in a game in which the Giants have not scored for him. This could be the 10th. As you see our blimpy game summary, that man is the only man to score.
And with the AT&T call to the bullpen, that means Mike Minor's night is over. He pitched brilliantly, but you can't fault Freddie Gonzalez for saying, hey, this recipe works 7th, 8th, and 9th. I'm going to my big boys.
First pitch to Aubrey Huff is skied into the upper deck over the Braves dugout. Foul, strike 1.
Well, Flaherty went, how many games was it without giving up an earned run? About 20-some games, and then he has given up runs in 2 of his last 4. But his last outing, a good one against these guys 2 days ago, a perfect inning with 2 strikeouts.
And these innings, the 6th and 7th, have been the bridge innings that at times have given the Braves an awful lot of trouble.
He went 26 straight outings without an earned run. Thanks, Dave.
We know all about Johnny Vetters and Craig Kimbrell and how effective they've been in the 8th and 9th.
Yeah, 18 blown leads in the 6th and 7th. It was Chipper who said the 7th inning was going to be the key. I think he was right at the beginning of the year with Eric nailing down that spot, especially after the injury to Moylan. It moved down to the 6th.
Good start for Eric. He strikes out Aubrey Huff. And speaking of Peter Moylan, he threw to batters today. And Peter, as you know, a Twitter maven, said, I threw a no-hitter in my simulated game. I'm just waiting for my teammates to carry me off the field. But the plan for Moylan is now Monday he will go to Gwinnett and begin his minor league rehabs. And the guess is somewhere around September 1st he'll be back and ready to go.
Yeah, 2 weeks was the time frame that Frank Wren told me yesterday. That schedule can always change too. It can be moved up or down depending on how Peter's pitching, how he feels. Chris Medlin told me that today after his session that his arm was tired. He said, which is a good sign for a change. Instead of being sore, it was just tired. Good slider.
Chris coming back from Tommy John surgery and then had some scar tissue breakup, which set him back a bit.
These guys put in so much time on the rehab. This has nothing to do with the field or throwing a baseball. So many exercises, so many muscle strengthening exercises for their, not just their elbow, but their shoulder too.
I'll bet the time away from their teammates when the Braves are on the road, for example, is maybe the worst part of it. You go through all that work in the locker room when the team's at home. You're in the clubhouse. You're part of the team. You're at the games. Up the middle. Ugla to his right. And a good scoop by Freeman for the second out here in the seventh. Miguel Tejada is 0 for 3.
I remember when Tim Hudson came back from his Tommy John surgery, and he talked about how all the exercises and work he put in getting ready to just start throwing did his shoulder wonders. I mean, the year off or 9 months he had off from the surgery certainly helped too, but all that strengthening work really helped strengthen his shoulder as well.
That earned Tim the Comeback Player of the Year award. With a terrific season for the Braves.
Having a good year.
Last year Tim was 17-9. Nate Shearholtz, space is clear, 2 outs. Little roller toward first, and that's a foul ball. 0-2.
Somebody make a call. Okay, Joe did.
Well, I'll bet you the Phillies are watching our game. Hi, Wheels. We're in a rain delay up at Citizens Bank Ballpark. Phillies lead the Diamondbacks 3-0. Hopefully that one will stay in a rain delay about 2 more hours. Arizona will play 12 or 13 innings as they get ready for game 1 of the series here tomorrow night.
There may be some people at home too that think, hey, you know, Mike Minor had a 4-hit shutout going. He struck out 9. How can you take him out? Well, I mean, you make a good point, but the strength of this team, to me, as good as the starting pitching is, but the strength of this team is the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning with Flaherty, Venners, and Kimbrel. Nobody in baseball has what the Braves have. And you can ask any scout from any team, and they'll tell you the same thing. Nobody has what the Braves have in the bullpen in the 7th, 8th, and 9th.
And that was the real dilemma that Freddie had the other night with Delgado.
Right.
Little pop, shallow left, and Martin may have gotten a late break on that ball. Either that or he was faked out by Alex Gonzalez. And Shearholtz dumps a single to left field with 2 outs.
Alex may have misjudged it a little bit too.
Now Rowan hits. Rowan lined out hard to Dan Uggla last time up. And our point about Delgado, the kid was called up to pitch game 2 of the series and had a no-hitter through 6. And Ross led off the 7th with a homer that tied the game. The Braves won it in 11. And now Rowan's going to fly out into the right field corner to retire the side. Time to stretch in Atlanta. Braves enjoy a 1-0 lead courtesy of a Chipper Jones homer, and he's due second. Chip Carey as we look at our McDonald's fans of the game.
I don't know about Brian Wilson, but I'm very afraid of it.
Let's get another run or two. Leading 1-0. Lincecum back out there. Freddie Freeman, Chipper Jones, Jason Hayward. Freddie struck out into a double play in the second and bounced out to second to end the 4th. And he jumps all over the first pitch and lines to right for the first out.
And with 1 out, time for the Coors Light Cold Hard Glass. Chipper Jones, last time up. Fastball up. Bang. 447th career homer. That ball was poked too. That was well beyond the front rail of the bullpen. The 11th of the year.
As we've told you all year long, that first run a biggie for the Braves. When they scored first, they've won 50 and lost only 13 games.
Laser Baker just handed me a great stat on Chipper and his homers.
This one well hit left center. And off the base of the wall. A couple of extra base hits for Chipper Jones off Lincecum tonight.
The old gray mare may not be what she used to be, but she ain't bad. Like a hanging slider there. Might have been a changeup that stayed up, and put a good swing on that one too. 447 career homers, 124 of them, including tonight, were hit with the score tied.
Wow. Jason Hayward bats. And Lincecum, this is down low. Mason's done good work in his young career against Lincecum. Now 3 hits and 9 at-bats.
Got 3 walks mixed in there against him, too. They're going to walk him again.
Only the 3rd time this year Hayward has been walked intentionally. That sets up a potential double play.
No one in their bullpen.
And it is a bullpen that's a little short with Brian Wilson unavailable. Joe mentioned he went to Birmingham, had his elbow checked out by Dr. Andrews. No structural damage, but Wilson may miss a couple of games, including tonight's in the San Francisco pen. Alex 0 for 2.
His season high in pitches is 133. That was in a complete game 3-hit shutout against Oakland back on May 21st.
He has yet to crack 100 here.
These swings that the guys have been made to look bad on are set up by the fastball. I mean, it's an outstanding changeup. We talked about that at the beginning of the game, but it's set up by the fastball that you respect. And even on a 1-0 count, Alex thinks he's going to get a fastball, and the motion is there, but the pitch isn't.
It's like that Bugs Bunny cartoon. Remember, throws that little changeup and the batters swing and miss 9 times on 1 pitch. 2 balls and a strike. Right to the second baseman. Tejada a little trouble on the transfer, but he completes the double play, and Lincecum survives the 7th. Chipper Jones has 2 hits. The Braves have 1 run, and so far that's been enough in Atlanta. They have 6 left and are down a run and deep into the Braves bullpen, where the AT&T call is answered by Johnny Venters.
Mr. 8th inning. He worked here 2 nights ago. and got 2 quick outs, and then gave up hits to Tejada and Stewart before retiring Aaron Rowan to end the inning. Recorded a strikeout in that outing.
Johnny on a great run. His last 20 outings have been scoreless. In fact, a total of 11 hits and walks dating back to July 9th.
Pretty good, huh? He's just 26 years old, 6'3", 195. But does not want a leadoff walk in a 1-run game.
From 3-0 to 3-2 to Chris Stewart.
And you saw DeRosa on deck to hit for Lincecum.
Chipper. 1 out.
Good play there.
Attention dads, Saturday, September 3rd, the Braves are hosting Father-Daughter Day at the ballpark. Come share a Braves game with your little girl. Each package comes with a discounted ticket, Father-Daughter Day t-shirts, and a pregame parade. For tickets, visit Braves.com/fatherdaughter. Mark DeRosa broke an 0 for 26 slide the other night. An 11th inning single that was very slowly bounced up the middle, but it found the pasture in center.
Chipper guarding the line, made a nice play on that chopper by Stewart to come over and cut it off.
101 pitches for Lincecum. Over 7 innings. He allowed only 1 run, and 10 times no runs scored for the Giants while he's in the game.
Yes, he did. Oh.
Joe West disagrees.
But Joe is ready to wind up and call him out. Yes, he did. Oh.
Chipper backs up. Good stretch, Freeman.
And Mark DeRosa, the best of friends, but sorry, pal, there's a game going on. Don't hit over here.
Now beware of Cody Ross. Ross has had a good night again tonight. 2 for 3, a double, a single, and then struck out in the 6th. That was the last strikeout turned in by Mike Minor, who had 9 of them. Slow roller. Johnny bobbles, recovers, throws a sinker to first. Freddie dug it out. Wow. They lead Tim Lincecum and the Giants in Game 4 of the series. Johnny Venters escapes eighth inning trouble.
I'm not sure, but I think he threw his best sinker of the night over there to Freddie Freeman.
And now the Giants will go to their bullpen, and Ramon Ramirez, he's been hit hard. Braves hope that continues in the ninth inning, or in the eighth inning, I beg your pardon, with Jose Constanza pinch hitting. And he slaps one over short.
Yeah, Ramon Ramirez, had a great month of July. An 0.75 ERA, 1 earned run in 12 innings. August, he has an ERA of 10. He's given up 4 runs in his last 4 1/3 innings.
So here's where the Braves can really manufacture something. Speed at first, speed in the batter's box. As Jose Constanza's season of firsts continues, that was his first big league pinch hit.
Well, that would be a terrific advantage for Craig Kimbrell to come in with 2 runs to work with, because he's going to be in the heart of their order.
Constanza 5 out of 6 in steals. This is his 19th game. He has 26 hits, by the way, in those 19 games. And he's going. Swing and a miss. Ball dropped. Steal. Insurance run in scoring position.
And this was an effort by Michael Bourne to protect him. He wasn't trying to put the ball in play. He was trying to freeze the catcher a little bit, and his swing may have distracted Stewart just enough to cause him to drop the ball. And wasn't at all worried about finding himself in an 0-2 count. Good job by Bourne, too.
Now get him over if you can. 0-2 the count. But he can't. Michael down on 3 pitches, asks if it was a strike. 1 out.
Easier to score from third than it is from second, but with Constanza's speed, doesn't really much matter as long as you put it in play.
Now Stewart and Ramirez talk it over. San Francisco came to town 4 back in the wild card race. Braves can win this one. They'd send them to Houston 6 games out. Broken bat too short. And now Brian McCann, the hitter.
They've had good luck with Ugla tonight, but that was Lincecum who struck him out twice. I wonder if they'll put Brian on to match up righty to righty.
Looks like they will. This strategy worked an inning ago. They walked Hayward to get to Alex Gonzalez, and he hit into a double play that ended an inning. And this will be the 11th time that McCann has been intentionally walked this year. That leads the club.
That number is amazing with regard to Lincecum, that this is the 10th start for him where he has received no runs.
So now the Giants are going to go after Dan Ugla, who all he's done is hit in 36 of his last 37 games.
Yeah.
3-game hit streak on the line in this 8th inning at bat, and has struck out twice, has walked once.
And therein lies the funny part, that doesn't hit lefties very well this year.
Stewart break the webbing. Don't know. Went down the dugout steps.
Yeah, they keep the catching gear usually down in the tunnel, so they don't get in the way. Those big bags don't get in the way of everybody in the dugout. So we went to gamer number 2. This is not what Bochy had in mind after he put McCann on, was to fall behind 2-0 so that Ugla could freewheel it here. Off-speed pitch and a good one.
And him off stride, and it's popped up behind the plate. And that'll take care of Atlanta in the 8th. 1-0. 3 outs to get for Atlanta. The Braves in play left field for this ninth inning. And the man on the mound is riding a hot streak too. That's Craig Kimbrell, who answers the AT&T call to the bullpen.
And he worked here a couple of days ago. He is our Georgia lottery hitting the jackpot with his work in his last 27 games. No runs allowed, only 9 hits and 46 strikeouts to 8 walks. Are you kidding me? 18 for 18 in the save category too.
And as you mentioned, the middle of the Giants order is coming up. It starts with Orlando Cabrera.
His work 2 nights ago, no save because he was working in extra innings. Gave up a hit but struck out 2.
If Kimbrell can nail down this ninth inning, he'll move into a tie for second all-time for rookie saves in a single season. Kaz Sasaki of Seattle saved 37 in 2000. Neftali Feliz of Texas had 40 last year. That's the all-time mark, and well in reach for Kimbrell. Two and two. A little pop. A glove makes the play. He said he had it the whole way.
He was calling for it, but a good thing that he caught this and went to the turf because the freight train was coming. He's calling. Get out of the way. Jason able to dodge him. Nice play. And didn't let the pop up there in the bottom of the 8th inning affect his defense.
Now Sandoval bats. He has struck out. He has popped out. He's hit into a double play. You see at 89. Took a little off at 86 and earned a second strike. He missed it by that much. 2 outs. Got a flinch, but not a call. All 1 to Aubrey Huff. That call a strike at the plate.
Yeah, on the check swing. respect the 99. And when it comes out of his hand that hard, you think it's fastball. It's not.
Strike 3 called, and what a game. We said it early, we said it often. One might be enough tonight. And it was, as the Braves take 3 out of 4 from the Giants and push them 6 back in the wild card chase. The Braves beat the Giants, and we're back to Turner Field in a moment.